We are here in Bethlehem Square. This is the city of Bethlehem. And this church is built over the spot where Jesus was born. Well, you can see along the side over there, it's a real sharp side. The cliff drops off, and they had caves. That's where they put their animals at night. And so the caves, and that's where Jesus was born. And we're going to go down there in one of those caves where he was born. And so this is where Christmas began. This is where the birth of Jesus came into our world, and he came in the manger. And there'll be a lot of decorations and all in there, but just think of it as a very simple place and a very quiet time when Jesus was born. Think how the world has been changed because of this one baby.
Why are the doors so small?
Now, I would like to give you why the door is small. You have to know that the Persians used to ride their horses inside the church with horses and camels. Now, the Crusaders, when they came later, you see the arch over there? It was done by the Crusaders to prevent the marauders to ride their horses inside the church. And the smallest door done during the Turkish period, when we enter the church, we have to bow down to respect the church where the Christ was born.
That's a great way.
Okay.
What's important about this church to know that it was in the year 614 when the Persians had penetrated the Holy Land. They have destroyed all the churches, but at the exception of the Church of the Nativity. Now, why the Church of the Nativity was spared? Because very simply, when the Persians they came in here, they have seen on the walls of the church pieces of mosaics depicting the Magi. They said those people are dressed as we are dressed, they are familiar to us, and for that reason we are not going to destroy the Church of the Nativity, and for that reason it was saved.
What we're getting ready to do is to walk down into the cave where Jesus was born.
Come closer,
We're going in a cave.
Right now?
It's cool.
I'm bringing my jacket.
The cave opened up into
The field?
the field.
And that's where the shepherds saw him. Saw
Exactly.
the light.
You would see Jesus is being held by his mother Mary so as to tell us about his first coming.
How did they know this was the right cave?
Well, the only way they knew is if people kept saying, this is where it is, this is where it is, and they build like a house, and then that house turns into a church, and then more people build churches on top of one another. And so that's why they think this is the cave, because churches have been built here for 1,700 years.
At the end of the steps on your right-hand side, you are going to see a silver star that marks the spot where the Lord was born. And on the left-hand side, at the end of the steps, you are going to see the location where was the manger.
The same woman that identified the Church of the Holy Sepulchre came here, Helena, and she found a pagan temple that Hadrian had built over the site of a previous church located over this cave. And the reasoning is, why in the world would a church be built over a cave in the middle of nowhere on the outskirts of Bethlehem, if not for the fact that this is where Jesus was born? It makes perfect sense. If you're a shepherd and you have animals and you're in the field, where are you going to keep your sheep and goats? In a cave. There was no room up above on the end, so Jesus came down below and was born in a stable in this cave. It's a cave complex, let me put it that way. But more than likely, whether that's the exact spot Jesus was born, believe me, that is a totally tradition.
Why did they have to spruce it up so much?
They've been doing it for 1,700 years.
Whether that is where they took him after being born and laid him in that manger or that stone trough, who knows? But I would feel pretty confident, and I think Ron and Buckner would agree, that we're within 100 yards of where Jesus was born.
Dear Lord, when you came to this place, you came to a place where anyone and everyone could come. We thank you for the incredible understanding you have for reaching out to each and all of us to come to a stable, maybe one of the filthiest places in the world, And yet, you, the ultimate purity, came to give us life and joy and peace. We thank you. We praise you for coming to this place. We thank you for the privilege of us coming here just to say we love you because you first loved us. Praise you. In your name, amen.
So tender